Good. Oops.
I've
there.
got it.
Okay.
I shall make it so. I fear not. Yes, certainly.
All right, let's go find the undead Naga. Which I guess is another wound from a swimming interaction. Need to go east. Pull the door open. Okay. Welcome, undead Naga.
Leave it to me.
Feel the presence of its soul, twisting and sinuous. It notices you too and draws nearer. Its restless essence tingles against your own. It is searching, hunting. You recognize it as the soul of a Naga.
What is this? Come closer. You glow so brightly, just like the
What were you searching for?
The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone. Sugan says we must find.
You're a scout.
The fiends gather at the walls.
You died.
No, not dead. Stay a little longer.
What are you looking for now?
A way, I said. A glowing, shining way. The way glows. I will follow the way. Now, there is no way and no light.
Okay, come with me.
It is too dark.
I'll
I will
restore
lose
it.
the way.
Okay. A little bit of coercing to get the ghost to come with us.
Will do.
There's a chest there I didn't notice. Let's go back. Now let's go deal with the Naga in the tower. I think we basically cleared out this map. It was nice to get the cannon to work. We didn't have the skill set to do it last time. It takes out quite a high mechanic skill of like 7. It's like 10, I think, or 9 or 10 to get into the room with the architect. So, pretty nice to be able to do that. I thought maybe you'd be able to specialize in 2 skills, but it really does seem like you need just 1. Been in there. We're trying to get up. Where are you going, guys? Oh.
Let us end this! Just wait till I get free.
Quick, toss me something else.
Word they build.
Poison. Hardly. Poison.
Death to our enemies.
Take you, little bastard.
Yes. Poison.
Sakri through.
Word they build and sound.
Okay.
I've got it.
It's a little
see
area
it
I hadn't been
I
to
don't
yet.
think so.
It's fine. Go here. Just climb up. Is this necessary? Apparently. Where are you going now? Oh, it's like a long route around the side. That must have been what they were telling me about earlier. So there's multiple routes to get there. It looks like the climbing hookup is one. Looks like you can travel across the ramparts on the northeast as well, maybe. And then the basic route. But we've cleared the whole map, so it's not a big deal. If we just have to run around it. Thankfully the AI pathing there. Alright, let's head into the lighthouse. Alright, reach the Adra lighthouse. Connect with the luminous Adra in the lighthouse. Lighthouse is quiet, but for soft, sibilant whispers. There's a repetitive oh god, it's like an incantation, but I'm not sure how to say the word. Incantatory quality to them. This feels like an extra syllable there. Incantatory quality. I don't know how to say that. Yet as you cross the threshold, an old Naga with the skin like cracked leather breaks off. He swivels to face you, bearing one broken
The
fang.
sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds. Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers.
I need to approach the Audra.
Fool! See what the impiety of the sea-striped fiends has wrought. The sand-striped shufflers know better. But you others come. Smooth-toned or furred or sea-striped, with blasphemous hunger. Now, foreign ones dig at these roots, and the deep hunter is with us no more. Now, the gods return to rain their punishment on these islands.
What's the deep
Again,
hunter?
the defender of the isles, the guardian of tides. Once, it lived among us. In all bright, quiet places, where shufflers did not go. But then, more came from distant lands. First few, then many. Now, our deep hunter is gone.
You're saying the gods about ruin on Deadfire before? Have brought it before, rather?
Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam? Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands, and bastions around the Audra roots.
Sand stripes are the
Their
Moana?
ancestors, yes. Their meddling displeased the gods. So the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves.
Do you think history is repeating itself?
You shufflers are beasts of habit. You do not learn. You cast off your sheddings by night, only to put them back on at daybreak. You wrap yourself in filthy, worn-out things our ancestors hid. Now,
All right,
the
you.
gods see. They will tear them all down.
Bear sent me. I'm here doing the will of the gods. I'm a watcher. I can restore the Aedra if you just let me near it. That's what I'm going to say.
If your fat tongue speaks true, then give us proof.
What would you consider proof?
I tell you, thick tongues lie. Forked tongues do not. If what you say is true, then surely you can speak with the dead.
That's correct.
I will believe your words, only if I hear them from the tongue of my own people.
Well, here's Giannis.
Sugan, I found the way.
Yanis, you died. We saw.
The way became dark, but this one brought light.
We will kill the shuffler and free your soul, Yanis.
I'm standing right here, I'm going to say.
Do old scales cloud your eyes? The shuffler glows like the Godwalker, like the way. She will open the way.
Just a second, guys. Right back. All right, let's get going.
The gods give you power, yes.
Holy shit!
Is it
I wish I
enough?
just fought him at this point.
Approach. Restore the blessing of the gods to the Adra.
All right. Feel free to piss off. Ding.
As your hand touches the dim Adra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Adra and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance. For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters.
I recognize that ass anywhere, you say to yourself.
Standing at Aethys's shoulder, your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form.
Oh my god, he's turned us into a
Energy
dwarf.
pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Adra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cadnua?
You destroyed my castle and ate my soul, jackass.
There was no malice in that act. It was a coincidence of time, place, and necessity.
Aethys's voice grows fainter as he speaks.
I am sorry for what I did, but it was done for the hope of a better future.
It's barely an explanation, much less an excuse.
It is not. When the gods set foot to Aora, the mountains tremble and the seas roil. The moon falls from the heavens, and the sky blackens with ash. It is not fair. It is not just. Like the storm.
Are you saying the actions of gods are beyond reason, or that you simply don't care about the consequences?
I care for those I have harmed, but it is not enough to care. What I have done, what I do, is done out of love. And love requires sacrifices, sometimes awful ones.
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the gods' true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most.
Nod.
Yes, I will tell you, but this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker, and I have already tarried too long. Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world.
Wait, is that what happened at Hasango?
It is. When you contacted me from Port Mage, I had to sever my tether to the luminous Adra. Without it, I lacked the strength to reach Hasango. I pulled souls from the creatures of the ocean and from the people at Hasango until I could reach the lighthouse. The soldiers and Naga there were no threat to me. I did not kill them out of malice, but simply to keep this body moving.
This is what I tell people as well. I didn't eat them out of malice. It's because I needed fuel. It's the same thing. I totally understand. It's quite a vulnerability.
Not a vulnerability, but a dire and terrible limitation. One that I knew before I took this form.
Had to
The
eat
edges
your cat.
of Aethys's massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Aethys speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margaren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow. Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. Within the light, there is a dark core, roiling and violent, contrasting the warmth and brilliance of its outer shell.
I have seen the darkness in you, Watcher, but will not judge you for it. Never again. Take what is yours.
The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap, Aethys's figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Audra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
Ah, nice.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people. But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere. We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out, that driving them away was a holy mission.
Gods have bigger concern than our feuds. We must learn to live together.
Shufflers find many stories to explain their hunger and violence. We must go. I know not what this means, but our brethren should hear of it.
Just chose the option above it. I don't even know what it was.
You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this. And for your mercy.
Alright. Cool. Level ups on everybody. Ah, glorious level ups. Alright, let's kill these fucking totems. Good. Let's go upstairs, get the cat. There's a lonely cat upstairs. We need to sacrifice everything. Let's get it.
Leave it to me.
A lonely cat.
I shall make it so.
Alright, let's take a look what the new cat does, and then we'll do level ups. 5% damage from area of effect attacks. Not what I want. What are we currently running? 2 insight, 1 metaphysics. Sure. Okay. Let's try. Okay, let's assign level ups, then talk to the architect guy and see if he wants to leave now that we've saved the place. So level up on our main with mechanics and insight. I don't know that maxing insight's very relevant. Got a next power level here. Level 5 power level on her. Mind Lance. Shred. Sounds pretty fucking incredible. AoE stun and whatever. This is a deception 1. Latches on tier 1. Target tier 1 affliction. Tier 1 inspiration. Draining Applies a random low tier affliction to the enemy and the matching inspiration to the cipher. So it's like -5 +5 stats. Seems kind of expensive for 40 focus. Pain block provides an ally with a mental block on their pain, granting them robust. Bust is pretty okay. 2 armor out of that. It's the nice part. That might be worth using on chat. And body attunement. Deception mind. Self +5 armor. Foe -5 armor. Cipher probes the mind and soul of the enemy target, finding the strengths of the defenses and stealing it for their own. Drains a portion of the target's armor. I mean, that's a pretty powerful single target damage buff, I guess. -5 armor. Cipher has increased maximum and starting focus. Sounds pretty nice. Defense from disengaging. Concentration might not be terrible. I like the idea of plus penetration passively on weapons. We took Dominate, but we haven't used it once yet. We already have a Hobble and Weaken, I believe. Yeah, this class is really similar to the Chanter class, it feels like, in terms of what they're doing for the party. I think I like the Cipher more than the Chanter, quite honestly. I don't know. I get 2 points here. We're going to take Greater Focus, and I'm unsure about the active. Body Attunement is a single target Vone, but it can be resisted. It'd be a nice setup with... God, it takes so long to get going, though. 40 focus is so fucking much. Not super excited about 40 focus nukes. Maybe, oh, it's 2 weapon style. Maybe 2-handed focus. I kind of want more focus generation. The only way to do that is more damage, right? Let's take a look at that in just a second. Shit. Fuck. That was I meant to go back on that stage. Oh well. So what are we actually looking at? 9 bonus on scoring a hit with a deception attack against targets afflicted by those. Draining whip. 10 damage, 100% focus gain against targets afflicted by flanked. I still don't know if focus is based on damage dealt or not, or if it's just attacks. I should really test that. That's kind of important. Do we have a shitty weapon that we could do instead? Yeah, we've got a pretty shitty wand versus a good bow. I need to do that next combat and just look at the amount of focus gained. Okay, we got level ups on everybody else. Our barbarian just leveled. More alchemy. I never use alchemy. I'll take a little bit more athletics, I think. Some more survival sounds fine. We have wild sprint. Gain nimble for 6 seconds, which is 100% stride. Makes us very fast. What do we get on the other side, the druid side? We get 1 barbarian, 1 druid. Bears fortitude, will defense. 1 stands alone. Try it on barrels. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if it would give us focus for that or not, though. Barbarian makes a courageous stand against all attackers, granting a melee damage bonus when the barbarian is near 2 or more enemies, and the barbarian requires an additional threatening enemy to become flanked. I don't really care about flanked that much. It's an interesting bonus. Bloodlust. Increasing their action speed for a short time once he or she has personally downed an enemy. It's pretty likely. 20% of hits are converted crits with 20% of hits converted to crits with weapons against minus 25% health targets. Plus 50% crit damage with weapons against minus 25% health targets. That sounds pretty fucking nice too. I want everything here. I don't know about wild sprint. I don't really feel like the druid is having trouble getting to the targets I want him to get to right now. So 1 stands alone. Seems okay. I wonder what the proximity is for that. That feels like the most consistent damage source. Although this one seems pretty good too. Community engagement's pretty good though. We can just leave whenever we want, go somewhere else. I want all three of those. I'm gonna get all three of those too. The next 2 levels will be those 3. It's just a matter of what order. What does Bloodlust do again? 20% damage on a kill is pretty nice too. I'm just not convinced that's gonna trigger a lot. 20 plus action speed. Let's grab Bloody Slaughter and see how we feel about it. Alright. And we get 1 for the Druid. Druid's less excited about these. Some shitty passive. Combat only. Rejuvenate. Robust. Friendly AoE aura. Not very exciting. Purges toxins. Friendly target. I wonder if we can do it to ourselves as well. Purifies the target of any toxic presence in his body, granting a temporary immunity to poison disease effects. That might be worth something, since those prevent healings. I can't see, I mean, I guess let's back out of here. What are the defenses? So we can get a Fortitude or a Concentration or a Will. What is this one? It's another Stride or a Reflex. Reflex, Will, or Fortitude. Do we want any of those? Will is like pretty much all the negative effects we ever want, right? Fatigue. Oh, this is not the right person. Yeah, we're super low on Will. Which is all the debuffs. I mean, is it worth even trying to resist that at this stage? Like, we're so low, they're always going to hit. Should I instead work on the ones we aren't going to resist? I mean, when we pop Frenzy, we get Strong and Fit Inspirations. And those get rid of half the problems, right? So Strong and Fit, which are Might and Con. So we're already pretty resistant to Sick and Weakened and Feeble because it removes them, and Staggered, Dazed, Stun removes those. So we want the other ones, which are what?
Yes.
Will is against Confuse, Charm, and Dominate. That sounds pretty bad for us. I don't think we're actually going to resist, though. Might be useless. Oops, a little bit more healing, please. We decided on Bloody Slaughter. And decided on Will Defense. Okay. More level ups. Level up on Twitch chat. More explosives, possibly. Intimidate. Never used explosives, but maybe one day I will. Ooh, nice level for us. A lot of things we want here. Of course, rapid recovery is useful. More defenses are good of all sorts. Hold the line could be good. Concentration, not so good. We either gain acute or intuitive. Intuitive's a crit thing, right? And what does this one do? 5 intellect and +1 spell power. Neither of those are useful for us. I mean, this is crit, I guess, but this doesn't seem all that useful to us. 50% of we already have graze to hit. Five perception and graze convert to hits. Hits to crits, so what? It's not like he's a damage dealer. So probably we want one of the better passives, which are what? Hold the line. Or more defenses in here. Will defense. He's been pretty resilient to fucking everything. Honestly, I care almost nothing about any of these. Yes, it's a cute inspiration, guys. It's a single, very cute inspiration. I guess I could just take fucking healing. 2 more health per moment. Is that relevant to anything? All right, rapid recovery. Oh, Paladin one's got so many good ones on this one. I said that about the fighter one though too. Maybe not. So when we self-heal, we get armor. That's pretty big. Or five resolve and immune to interrupt. Not that relevant. I like brand enemy too, or rather sworn rival. Lets me actually use this offensively. Thanks. I think we're gonna go with the better defensive one. Plus armor. Okay. Let's take a look at Stranger Danger Ranger. What's she got going on? More stealth? Yeah, sure. We never use it, but let's level it. I keep saying that and keep meaning it. This is a cool thing for the fighter. Don't really want these, but I do want that. That one? It's this one? This one's intellect and power level. Use their spells and abilities at +1 power level versus intuitive. Oh, intuitive hits to crits. Like, I want that a lot on our crit-based guy.
You have returned.
It's great. Thank you, Filthy, for the resub. Alright, marked for the hunt sounds kind of nice. What do these upgrades do? Accurate wounding shot. Or hobbling. I don't know about either of those. Defensive bond I don't care about. The fortitude ones aren't that relevant. What's this thing do? Makes it do 50% damage to guys who are dotted. Nope, that seems like a pretty easy mark for the hunt to me. Okay. And then we have a level up on our caster, our chanter. Arcana, bluff. What do we get here? More summons. 5 allies in the area of health with small. Oh, we can resurrect downed allies. That's kind of interesting. Seems pretty powerful. Charm for 8 seconds. How many points is it? 4 phrases. We can upgrade our stun. Makes it much more reliable. Upgrade this. Remove Dex Afflictions. Gives them strong when it clears it. I don't think that matters. This is the Paralyze upgrade. When the paralyzation ends, the foes become frightened. That sounds pretty good. We'll definitely take that. Non-offensive. Gives them strong and steadfast. What are the passives? 15% damage dealt is burned with weapons for 10 seconds. It's a nice aura. 10% deflection. +1 enemies engaged. Weaken for 10 seconds. -2 might for 10 seconds.
A gleaming endowment.
Thank you, Care Bear. It says Monday streams equal Monday dreams. I'm glad you enjoy. Glad you're enjoying the stream. I'm glad I'm helping you get through the day. And I hope you're loving this game as much as I am, because I'm having a blast with it again. That sounds pretty fucking good over here. Enemies get weakened. Am I giving weakened out already? Give out paralyzed. Paralyzed and frightened. I don't know that we're giving out weakened yet. Sounds pretty amazing. I like a more reliable stun. I kind of want to use that more. Stun seems pretty powerful. The only thing is it fucks up my everyone attacking the tank. We're going to get a couple more points on this one still. We can probably get everything we want. The question is, what are we giving up? We currently have a ranged damage time, which is really good. And currently running this one, which is probably going to be done with now, which is raw damage. Minus might and weakened. We're already giving out a 25% aura. What is the one that we're doing that gives out a 25% reduction in healing? We're already giving that out somewhere. What spell is that? It's not Eye Blight. It's not Mental Binding. It's probably Secret Horrors. Yeah, this one's pretty good already. As I said, these two overlap super hard on what they do with the way we've set them up. Alright. So I don't want that. So I want the power level reduction. This just doesn't do that. So we'll take the damage aura, I think. And we'll take the improved paralyze. Call that a day. I need to respec this guy when he gets back to town. I haven't done it in a while, and I have things I want to change because there's so much overlap between these two casters. Okay. Did we get any new abilities? Yeah, we did. So we need to update Stranger Danger Ranger over here. Because now we get another level of stuff too.
Well,
Yeah.
Alright guys, my wife brought me food. I'm gonna eat that real quick. I'm gonna kill the webcam as I do it. I'm just gonna be updating our automation. I think what I'm gonna be messing with is the timing on the ranger debuff. So back in a second as we do that, as I eat.
Not a problem.
Yes?
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
Alright, so not a big change there. I don't think anything else needs to be changed right now. Maybe the resource usage on that actually could be the other thing. I'm okay with this wounding shotting over and over and over again till we're out of resources with Hunter's Mark already going down. Assuming that works, I guess I need to test that. Let's temporarily remove the bond requirement. Target health below 75%. Not below 75%. So I only do this when the target's above 75%? Alright.
A kind gesture.
Oh, I missed a sub. Thank you, Rook5 for the sub. Welcome to the channel. And Pluto Thy Planet donates $5. 550 and says, can't afford this awesome looking game, but I can afford the rest of your donation goal. Oh, well, thank you very much. And definitely pick it up when this game goes on sale then, if that's really a financial consideration. Appreciate the donation. Game's fun, really fun. Okay. Alright. So I want to go back. I want to do a little bit of respecking, which is just literally a trip to the respec agent and plugging in some points. It shouldn't take too long. And I want to get the rest of our stuff taken care of. Naga are leaving after I shot them with a cannon. I don't know how they've done that, but that's impressive. Let's grab our guys. I have 2 spots I want to stop by. I want to stop by there. And I want to stop by the place with the fighters. Above 75%, so I'm getting most of the dot. It's only a 6-second dot. It's probably okay to go a little bit lower than that. I just don't want to spam it non-stop on like one guy. I mean, maybe I ought to just to get him off the board, but it feels wasteful.